Yo guys, what's going on? Robert Warshak here, and we've got Polygon done fucked up today, boys. Polygon accidentally might have leaked a day before it was supposed to be announced the new Hearthstone expansion with a bunch of important shit in there, stuff that you want to hear about. It's called apparently Ashes of Outland, and it's going to contain a new Demon Hunter class. Priest is getting an overhaul, and we already got to see some cards that are going to be coming out for this new expansion, and along with Demon Hunter class. So again, this came from Polygon. They posted it, then they unposted it, but by then people had already copy pasted. They saved everything, and this is where the information is coming from. We'll know more tomorrow, but I want to get this information out to you guys as soon as possible because it's pretty big stuff. So the expansion is supposed to launch April 7th. That's right around where we expected it to be. There's no surprise here. It's every 4 months an expansion occurs. This lines up perfectly. But what we didn't expect is a new Demon Hunter class, which is huge. We'll take a look at that. The Priest is getting an overhaul. This is something that has been needing to be done for a while now. Priest is one of those classes. It's just not fun to play against. Maybe you have fun playing the Priest, but it's also when you're playing against the Priest, it's not something that you're like, yeah, this is going to be a fun game. You're like, all right, well, there goes 25, 30 minutes of my life. So Priest getting an overhaul, maybe we'll see something that makes the matchup a little bit more enjoyable for both players. So let's scroll down here. So we have new Demon Hunter cards. The hero power for the new Demon Hunter is going to be a 1 mana ability and not 2, which is a big change up because every hero power for every character or class so far is 2 mana, and it does something. This is 1 mana, and it grants the ability to give +1 attack, I'm assuming, to any minion on the battlefield. Maybe it says friendly minion, maybe not. You get some cheeky, big game hunter, give your opponent 6 attack, minion 7, and then you can BGH it down. So I'd like to see this any minion, but it'll probably say friendly. All right, Rob, clip this. So I did not... When I read this, it seemed grant 1 attack to minions. Apparently, it also could be used on probably maybe yourself. So you can act as like a druid hero power for a turn. So therefore, you can proc cards that we've discussed that requires a hero to attack with our 1 mana hero power. I did not think about that. I just assumed it was for minions. Insert this into video, Rob. It notes that the Demon Hunters, kind of like what they're going to be doing, like what is their purpose in the game, right? Hunters smork down, warriors are very control-y, druids ramp and have a lot of big minions. So Demon Hunters apparently don't have a lot of card generation, which is good because, as we all know, random RNG effects are our absolute favorite, and we just want more of that as much as we possibly can. Kidding. And so apparently it's not going to have a lot of random generation effects. It looks to me like a sort of tempo class in between possibly like a hunter and a warlock, but without the removal, if that makes sense. I saw some lifesteal and some good tempo cards here. And apparently they don't have any assassinate or polymorph cards. So it says if they need to deal with a big minion, they have to use their face and or their minions. Also, on top of that, they have a new keyword, which is called Outcast. And Outcast means you play the card from the leftmost of your hand or the rightmost of your hand. So it can be either of the 2 farthest cards, and then its Outcast effect will trigger. So when we take a look at some of these cards here, I'm sure we'll see Outcast in there somewhere. So first card we're going to look at is Soul Cleave. I'm sorry I can't make the cards bigger. These are the only sizes just because this is not actual, like, from Hearthstone. This is Polygon messing up, and this is what we've gathered. So 3 mana Soul Cleave. We have Lifesteal, deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions. So very similar to Warrior's Cleave, which is a 2 mana deal 2. This is a cost 1 more mana, but we basically get 4 life because if it hits 2 minion and it lifesteals both of them. Nice. Also, I'm assuming it benefits off spell power, so that's pretty good as well. We have a 5 mana 2/6 demon. I'm sure the Demon Hunter class is going to have a lot of demons in the build, very similar to Warlock. And we have a 5 mana 2/6 demon taunt. After this attack, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Or actually, it just says all enemies. So this, I'm assuming, also goes face. So if this swings at face for 2, it'll actually do 1 after that. Seems all right. 5 mana 2/6. It has like the same stats as the old warrior card. It was like a 5 mana 2/7 taunt, and whenever it took damage, you gained 2 armor. So this kind of is like reverse of that. It does damage. We've got the Adept, 5 mana 7/4 battle cry. If your heroes attack this turn, deal 4 damage. If your hero attack this turn, deal 4 damage. That's pretty insane. I'm assuming we're gonna have weapons and shit, so attacking with your hero shouldn't be that hard. And this A 5 mana 7 attack minion is huge. 4 HP for 5 mana is normal. You see 5 mana 5/5s, 5 mana 5/4s, 5 mana 6/4s. So this not only it's deal 4 damage to a just anything. It can go face, it can go to a minion. So this adept is insane. This card's insane. Consume magic, 1 mana, silence an enemy minion, outcast, draw a card. That is really good. Silence is awesome, and then drawing a card is good. And remember, outcast is if like you top deck this, it's the very most right card in your hand and you play it, you're gonna draw a card. If it's the very most left card in your hand, you're gonna draw a card. And because that this is like kind of like a tech tool, it's gonna maybe be sitting in your hand for a while, meaning you're gonna play other cards in your hand, so it'll probably finally make its way to the left portion of your hand if it's in your starting hand. And if you're gonna be drawing it off the top, maybe you won't always get it, but I think this will actually outcast on this makes sense. Hulking Overfiend, this guy's fucking huge. 8 mana 5/10 rush. After this attacks and kills a minion, it may attack again. That's like our the 3 mana, the 8 mana, what the fuck is that bitch called? Batterhead, Batteram, the batter bitch. Yeah, the 8 mana 3/12 Batarang Hammerhead. That guy. This guy's like that guy. And that guy seems pretty good. Kind of. So this guy could be pretty good. Kind of. 2 mana Feast of Souls, draw a card for each friendly minion that died this turn. For each friendly minion. All right, so if this was each minion, it would actually be good. But each friendly minion, this card's trash. Because we haven't seen any like really small minions yet, and I haven't seen tokens, so like possibly in some sort of like, you know, like a 3 mana generate 3 1/1s, and they like, you know, there's a card that would kill those and then do damage, and then you draw cards, you know what I mean? Like some sort of combo, but like this in itself is not very good. Feast of Souls. Raging Fell Screamer, 4 mana 4/4. Battle Cry, the next demon you play costs 2 less. What's important about this card is it says the next demon you play. It doesn't specify that it needs to be this turn. So this actually it's very similar to the previous Paladin, where it was like a 5 mana 5/5 dragon. Your next dragon costs 2 less. I think it was something Inquisitor. This is a similar effect to that. That card was played in Dragon Paladin because the effect can last however long. If you don't happen to have a demon right then and there, you just play this, and then whenever you happen to draw one, the effect will be reduced. So this card's pretty good. I like to see a card like this in the basic set because, you know, it's going to synergize well with any sort of, you know, Demon Hunter demon build you build, which will probably be one of the most popular classes at first. Urzel Horo, 1 mana 2/1 demon, death rattle, add a 2/1 lost soul to your hand. So basically a 1 mana 2/1 that turns into another 2/1, which is insane. That's a lot of value. So that's basically a 2 mana 4/2 split into 2 bodies. Sick. Wrathscale Naga, 3 mana 3/1. After a friendly minion dies, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Well, that's pretty good because it can go face. If this couldn't, well, I mean, all right, I'll lie. I don't like this card at all because it can go face. So if your opponent has a minion out or 2 minions out and you need to kill a minion and this hits face, it feels bad. It feels really bad. So while this card is good because dealing 3 damage to an enemy an enemy when something dies is good, I don't like this. I don't like this effect at all. Like, it's not a bad card, but I hate the whole random thing. Because like if it hits like imagine it hitting like a 4/3 versus going face. Like, that's so significantly different than 2 mana Blade Dance. Deal damage equal to your hero's attack to 3 random enemy minions. Holy shit! That is that's a good card. This is a good card. Did you just ask me if I saw the leaks while we're literally looking at the leaks? I'm gonna pretend like I didn't. I'm gonna pretend like you never said that, Cloudy. 2 mana 2/2 demon satyr, basically pretty gen pop pleb. It's pretty garbage. 3 mana 4/2 demon. After your hero attacks, summon a 2/2 satyr. All right, this card's good. Satyr over. Okay. So this is all right. This card comes from this. Yeah. All right. This goes along with this. If it's just a 2 mana 2/2 demon, this shit sucks. Why wouldn't you just play like a River Croc? River Croc's a 2 mana 2/3. Battle Fiend, 1 mana 2/2 demon. After your hero attacks, gain +1 attack. Now that card is sick. Wow, that card is good, and it looks cool as fuck. Flame Reaper, 7 mana 4/3, also damages the minion next to whoever your hero attacks. So it's very similar to the Cleave. Cleave is the word. We actually literally, I don't know if you remember, we literally played the Warrior DK to get this exact same weapon. and we paid 8 mana for it, and it was bad. So now we can pay 7 mana for it, and it's good. 5 mana, Chaos Nova, deal 4 damage to all minions. So basically it's Fellfire, but a little less damage. It's 1 less mana, 1 less damage. Depends how aggro the meta is. I don't think this card is going to be like super useful because this is a deck that's going to rely on you having the board. If you're playing cards like this, that means you've lost the board. So the deck isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing. But we'll have to see. But I'm not a fan of Chaos Nova. It should be like deal 4 damage to all non-demon. It should be like deal 4 damage and then deal 2 damage to demons. Or I don't know. I feel like demons should take less damage. Somehow, like demons take 2 damage, non-demons take 4 damage. You know what I mean? Or demons are immune or something. I feel like the demons should be benefiting from this, not dying. Twin Slice, 0 mana. All right, most 0 mana spells have been a problem, and they nerf them. So let's take a look at this one. Give your hero +1 attack this turn. Add a second slice to your hand. So for 0 mana, you can do 2 damage, and it counts for 2 spells. That costs 0. I don't know why it doesn't say twin spell. I'll be honest, I don't know why this doesn't say twin spell. Twin slice, twin spell. You named it twin slice. All right, we're losing ground here. We were looking real good. Now we're looking questionable. All right, command. 5 mana, summon 6/1/1 Illdaris with Rush. All right, so we were discussing earlier cards that synergize with this Feast of Souls. We have now found the exact combination of Feast of Soul and Command the Illidari to now draw you 6 cards. So this is basically Locust Swarm. So now this card right here, Feast of Souls, is really good because for 7 mana, you basically kill a minion and draw 6 cards. So we found the combo. Literally, we were just talking about why don't they need... I literally just said, before I even made it to this card, I'm like, it needs a 3 to 5 mana, summon a bunch of minions with Rush. I hire me. I'm just kidding. Don't hire me. 1 mana, 2/1 demon, Battlecry. Give your hero +1 attack this turn. Not really a fan of this guy. Not really a fan. Coordinated Strike. 3 mana. I literally just said this card too. All right, so literally both of these cards were the 2 cards I came up with when reading this card. Oh man. All right, 2 mana Chaos Strike. Give your hero +2 attack this turn. Draw a card. That's good. Yeah, this card's good. Yeah, we got some good stuff. All right, Priest Overhaul. All right, let's take a look at this shit right here. Let's take a look at this shit right here. All right, priests are getting an overhaul! Exclamation point. Yeah, they are. Thought Steal. 2 mana, copy 2 cards in your opponent's deck and add them to your hand instead of 3 mana. I like it. Temple Enforcer. 5 mana, 5/6. Battlecry. Give it. So it's actually playable now. So you took its attack down by 1, but reduced its mana cost by 1. Cool. Shadow Word Ruin. Whoa, 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 whoa. Destroy all minions with 5 or more attack. Holy shit. What the fuck? Priest! We're supposed to balance them, not join them! No, no, no! What? Oh my god, that's insane. Shadow Word Death costs 2 mana. Shadow Madness, 3 mana instead of 4 mana. Scarlet Subjugator, 1 mana, 2/1. Give an enemy minion -2 attack until your turn. Holy shit. Priest is gonna be fucking insane. What are they doing? Bro. Who remembers the Shrinker dude? He's a 2 mana, 3/2. And that card was crazy with Shadow Madness. Now for 4 mana, you can take your opponent's minion with 5 HP or 5 attack and trade it into other shit. This is legit. Most likely. Like, it's 99.99% legitness. There's a 0.01% that this is the biggest bamboozle yet. But yeah, this is Scarlet Subjugator and Shadow Madness. Are they out of their minds? Psychic Conjure. 1 mana, 1/1 Battlecry. Copy a card in your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. All right, that's basically what Priest does. 0 mana, Power Word Shield, give a minion +2 health. So they took away the draw a card and made it 0 mana. Obviously, it's not as good as it's the original form, but it's still good in the sense that it combos with Auctioneer and it combos with all of the stuff that, like, when Priest says when you play a card, it generates a card. So it, like, Think of wild guys like Lyra. Like this is now a trigger for Lyra. This is a trigger for Auctioneer, for Mechathune Priest. This is not like a bad change. Like it's not, doesn't make the card unplayable. 4 mana, give a minion +2/+6 power infusion. So basically this is Blessing of Kings, but 1 less attack and or 2 less attack, 2 more health. So it's like Priesty now. Yeah. All right, new legendary. 8 mana, 8/1. Battle Cry, destroy a minion and gain its health. Seems pretty priesty to me. You destroy a minion and you develop a minion that's nice and big and thick. Holy Smite, 1 damage. Oh my god, deal 3 damage to a minion? That's insane. Holy Smite's an auto include into every priest now. Oh, jeez. 2 mana, 2/3 Battle Cry. Give a friendly minion +2 health. That's also pretty good. Wow, priest basic cards are actually good now. Like every card in here is really good, besides like Power Word Shield. Literally every card in here is good besides Power Word Shield. Holy Nova at 4 mana. I mean, this all of this is a power creep. This is just a power creep. This entire block of cards just got more powerful. Lightning Bolt can go face. Lightning Bolt overloads 1. There were aspects of their basic classic cards we weren't playing on support. So they were sort of misleading. Priest taking up space. Things like Prophet Velen, which is an iconic legendary for Priest, sounded really cool, but really was used for a 1-tier kill strategies where we weren't planning to support. These cards are now in Hall of Fame and can be used in the game's wild mode. Holy shit, Velen got yeeted, boys. Velen is gone. That's fine. Yeah, this is some high level changes, boys. Priest got like literally an overhaul, which is good. And then we got a new whole fucking class. And we've talked about this, boys. We have talked about this. We've received so many. All right. We've received the question over our course of playing Hearthstone. Started about 2 years in. Hey, Rob, do you think they're going to introduce the demon, the Death Knight, the Monk, the Demon Hunter? Like, are these classes they're going to introduce? Hearthstone, for the longest time, was said we have no intention of adding any of these classes to the game because our game is built off spaghetti code. And to add any more noodles into this pie of pasta, it's going to be too much. We're not reheating the water. We're not applying more cheese. This is the dish that we're serving, and you take it or leave it. Now, we've hit a point where Hearthstone may, in fact, be on the decline. The players, you know what I mean? Like there was like emergency sections and like break this glass when Hearthstone isn't generating enough money, or break this glass when Hearthstone viewership doesn't get what it's supposed to be getting. And when you break the glass, a new class pops out. And what is that class? Demon Hunter. We've talked about this for a long time. That I said eventually it will happen, but numbers have to be to a point where they need to they need to change the game drastically enough to freshen it up to get these new veteran players back and new players in the game so they can play like this, the classes that they play in WoW. This isn't something that was unexpected. This was going to inevitably happen. It's just when was it going to happen? When did the numbers reach a point where they need to, you know, pump out a new class, which is fucking huge. So, I mean, this is good stuff. We like this shit. This is some hot shit. This is mucho fucking yummy sauce.